Oh, I'm glad you brought us to this. We got to talk about the rumors that Donald Trump poops himself. So this originates, of course, from, and correct me if I'm wrong, Woody, you'll know better than I perhaps, but there was a guest from Celebrity Apprentice, maybe, but definitely one of Trump's apprentice shows, who somehow got around his NDA. I think perhaps in an unrelated way, like something else happened, and the NDA doesn't apply. Well, just so you know, Trump wears a giant like plastic girdle, and he shits himself very regularly into an adult diaper, but he doesn't realize he's shitting himself. So people have to alert him, and Melania will have to give the poo man a nod, and the poo man will come over and tell Mr. Trump, and they'll excuse themselves from the room, and the poo man has to wipe Donald Trump down with wet wipes. This is this man's story. Now, look, I get that.
I heard a very similar story. The guy, I heard it firsthand, the guy speaking, and he was an employee of The Apprentice. He worked on it for years. And he wasn't the guy that did the actual wiping, though. Most of the rest is about the same.
Yeah, there wasn't a guy that did the wiping.
I wasn't saying that the witness was a wiper. He was what I said
you said the witness was a contestant, but I heard him as an employee for years.
I don't know how that matters, but the substantive thing is
a few months versus a few years.
Fair. That he claims that that Donald Trump has this fellow who wipes his butt for him with these wet wipes, and also that Donald is like, oh, I did it again. Well, what, you know what time it is? Get the wet wipes, bitch. Like he's almost like nonplussed by his.
The lying Democrats don't want you to be able to shit your pants.
And then they played me a video, which I can't tell if I can't verify whether it's been edited or not. However, he's sitting next to Dianne Feinstein of all people, and Trump is speaking, and suddenly you hear a noise, like a pooping yourself noise, maybe, and maybe Trump leans a little at the time too, and Dianne Feinstein reacts, frankly, in the way you would react if someone shit themselves next to you audibly. She's like, huh. She's like shocked at first and repulsed, but she's also like, huh.
Was that me?
I know what it's like. I'll just lean away in disgust. And so a lot of people are
There's one more.
Oh, please.
Adam Kinzinger, a Republican from Illinois in the House of Representatives, has also said that Trump smells, that he often smells like poo, and he's surprised more people don't talk about it.
There's Dianne.
I don't.
There she is.
I don't buy this one.
She looks like an old doll that's been inhabited by evil.
R.I.P.
And then
old Dianne.
No longer.
After that, it seems like every picture of Trump where there's like unexplained bulk in his pants, it has like surface, and I can't tell what's photoshopped. I also don't know what pants always look like on a fat person, right? Because
he's a big fat man. Like he's always been caked up and terrible looking in those pants.
Yeah, you can have fat around your thighs and ass and like in your balls, basically.
He seems like the kind of man that doesn't really have a lot of fat on his limbs, though. Like he looks like the kind of guy that's just got like a big gouts and man tits.
Oh, he's got big thighs, big fat old thighs.
It's hard to tell.
McDonald's fast food,
and his weight changed throughout the last 8 years he's been president. Like it had said highs and lows.
Before the wave of doo-doo propaganda that was followed by several TV commercials funded by who knows who. They were like, look at this. Donald Trump has special toe pads to keep him from teeter-tottering over forward. And they show like these sandbags that are meant to like mark your place when you're in front of a camera.
Is that what you think
that's what I know they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're these little sandbags. It's literally what Biden tripped over when he stumbled on the stage. He's tripped over one of those.
What was
the one he tripped over was for something else, but I don't know.
I've always seen tape, an X on the floor where you're supposed to stand.
But if you can't look down, he can find
it's called
them.
Blocking, right?
Oh,
like where to stand on a stage, where to stand in a set.
Oh, well, framing the set. Yeah, sure. But
why does he have two separate ones though? Is that like we need one of your feet on either of these?
Probably because you wouldn't want to have just one foot up. I don't know.
It is interesting. There are two of them. I'm with you. I'm with you now.
I don't know. Some people said it had to do with the lifts that he wears. He wears these like high heels, basically. But would you want those in high heels?
No, that
I don't know.
Be
I feel
weird,
like it
wouldn't it?
make it less comfortable.
You'd bend your ankle. Yeah, right. It'd be worse than.
And he's clearly standing with not things like this all the time in his like lifts or however high.
I want to know who this arsehole in the oil painting behind him is with his hand on his knee.
That's Donald fucking
That's
Trump.
Donald
Baby.
Trump.
Look at that bulge.
Is that Donald Trump? Yes, of course. Painted like that.
That's how he used to look, frankly.
Dude, that is so funny.
That guy looks like he eats yachts.
Come on, Woody. You know, when he was like 30, he looked like that.
I need to see the picture again.
Yeah. Pull it up again. Look at the oil painting.
When he was 30.
Of course, it is a flattering rendition of him, but that's what he looked like.
Yeah, it's a painting.
All right, that's not the picture. It was a different picture.
It is a different picture because I don't think he's ever been that.
He never looked quite like that.
I don't think he's ever had shoulders like that.
But he wasn't always as fat as he is now. I don't
that frame is
reality.
Very generous.
He's spent a lot of years as fat though, and when he became president, he got real fucking fat for a good bit. He's pretty fucking fat there. Look at that section.
Maybe Zach is right. Maybe that is
Zach
right.
is right. Zach is right.
Yeah.
Just in the background, I didn't see the rays of sunlight coming down from God in heaven and all, sort of blessing him as it were.
That's so fucking Trump to take that picture and put it around like the fake Time magazine man of the year shit he would do.
Dude, he loves that garish shit.
I like that too.
Golfing tournaments that he says he won that he never competed in, like hanging around the clubs and stuff. That's so Trump.
He used a pseudonym. Okay, he didn't want to show up as Donald Trump and get all that.
Some of you might know me as Jack Nicklaus. Pseudonym. I'm really good. Like that. I am. Maybe I'm living under a rock. I didn't hear about Poop Pants. Trump.
Oh, it trended on Twitter for a while. Trump smells.
Are people like actually pretending they believe this, or is it like just another like he drinks with both hands? He's having neurological failure. Look, he held onto this rail walking down a slippery slope. He's going demented.
I like it. Good old fashioned, just slandery propaganda. Just go for it. You know,
may as well.
They do the same thing to Kim Jong Un. They're like, yeah, he's 3 foot tall and has a fucking micro penis. It's hilarious. Like, just fucking send it.
Is it like the piss tapes thing again? Where they're like, he was getting peed on by prostitutes, and it's like everyone was like, we need to talk about this. Up next, Stormy Daniels to talk about the shape of his penis. We're a serious serious television station giving you the news.
Taylor, you didn't put any weight in the two hands thing when he always drinks with. He drinks like this, like he holds one and goes to the other.
When that was a big thing, someone said that to me. Like while I was streaming, they're like, "You drink like Trump. You have a brain tumor or something."
He drinks like it's a chilly morning, trying to heat his hands. Yeah, I didn't really care about him drinking with both hands. I was like, that's a weird look.
When I saw the toe pad thing, I thought of the forward-leaning posture thing, which is like another sign of dementia. Dementia runs in his family. It attacked his father, and
it attacked his father.
The
shadow man.
Get out of here, dementia man!
It's like he's drinking water with both hands. Up next, President Biden milling around, not knowing where he is.
Yeah, this is a weird way to drink.
Yeah.
So he made people probably blow it out of proportion. He's probably just nervous and holding with both hands, so he's not shaking hands.
I try to do this to myself, like Woody. If it was a guy you liked,
this is probably
two hands, would you give a shit? And I'm like,
look, they photoshopped the left hand out. Look at that.
Right.
Oh, really?
Really,
making jokes.
He mostly was drinking water with one hand, and then they got one clip of him looking like a goober doing it with two. And it's like, okay, I guess he does this sometimes. But
he drank with two like consistently for a while, and even when it got a lot of attention, he started responding to it. He's like, "They say I can only drink with two hands," and he drank with one, and it was like really shaky and bad. And I was like, "Oh, that didn't really prove to me that you're okay."
He's probably just an old.
It strikes me as silly, like the poop pants thing.
My dad has shaky hands.
It is silly.
When my dad hands something to you, like his hands are like shaking, he's just an old fuck. Like.
Old people get shaky.
It should really be about his plans and his decisions. Like, it doesn't even matter if he can walk. That's not even important. Let alone handle a decline well.
I do want a president who can walk. I don't want to FDR it again. We'd be laughing.
Really? I'm cool with the chair. Wheel him around. But hey, get one of those Professor X hover chairs.
Oh yeah.
Fucking flex that new technology. Be like don't ever mention it. Just be like, our president has a hover chair and no one talks about it.
We'll invent hover